Today I'm going to be coloring up these cute little hats that I poured with mix and mold just the other day. So stay with me and we're going to decorate these. Hello everyone, this is Billie. Welcome to Billie Holman Creations. Now last week I did some mix and more pours and I was able to do this beautiful little cowboy hat. I really love this mold. I did get this off of Temu, and as you can see, I've used it quite a bit. So today what I want to do is finish off the other 4 of these hats. Now I'm going to be painting, glitzing, using some mica powders, little ribbon, little lace maybe, and I want to get started. So let me show you this. I used this Pent Art laser gel, actually, when I painted the terracotta pot, and I love how that turned out looking like leather. So on this green one here, I'm going to be using this from Pent Art Stone Effect paste, and I thought because it's green and I love the color of this green. This pour was a little dirty because I had, mixed a mold in my cup when I was stirring my colors. And this was a blend of yellow and yellow colorants from JDiction, and this was made out of the blue mixed mold. This one was done with the pink mixed mold, and I just swirled in some purple, black, and white. Now this one looks a little rough, and I broke the bottom side of this, but no fears, we're going to make that disappear. Now this one is a beautiful mauve, and this looked a little dirty to me, so we're going to fix that up with some mica powders. Now this was a mica powder from Temu that I used that turned out to be a beautiful, beautiful bronze. So let me get going on painting most all of the hats here, these 3 especially. And I've got a little water with some dish soap in it, a few brushes, and I want to start with the green one, pardon me, because this is going to be using paint. So let's see what this looks like inside. I hope it turns out looking like leather, because that would be pretty darn sweet. And let's see, do I need to mix it up? Well, I guess I do. It went hard. I think we can use it. I didn't check it. So let's just put a little bit of this. So I do this with my acrylic paints when they're drying up. Just put a little on your old red lid like I have here. And I'm just going to add, there's a hair, of course. I'm going to add a little water to that. See if we can't thin that out a bit. That's a shame because that's a brand new bottle. And I did get this from Miss April from, Dragons and Dresses Craftsorium. Let me see if we can get some of this color because I'd sure like to use it. See if it will soften up and give us enough color. Like I said, I use this with my acrylic paints when they're getting dry. Just give it a little water it down a little. I think that's gonna work. Now the only problem I had with this mold was bubble holes down here underneath. And I guess that was bound to happen, but pouring the mixed mold in, I was in a hurry, and so several of these have this little divot, I guess we'll call it, but I've sanded them down so they're not sharp. And look at this hat, look at the brim, how it's got the stitches on it. It's so cute. Let's do a test. Let's just the bottom here. Well, that will give us some color, won't it? Why not? We'll just see what happens. Now I'm going to do a lot of fast forwarding on quite a bit of this video, so hopefully I can give you a decent explanation, and I'll just keep going. It's going to take a little more work than I anticipated, so I'm going to try, probably use a cup. That one's dirty. Let's just get a cup, and we'll do it that way. Now this has a stone effect, and I can feel the grit in it. I can see the grit. A little soapy water is not going to hurt, I don't think. And I'm going to get this in here. That's pretty watery, or that's a lot of water, but I'm going to do what I can. So probably more water than I need. I'm going to dump some of that out. But we want to get this color. So let me pour a little in the trash. And I'll just go from here with this. It's like playing in the mud when you were kids. Oh, I was a dirty little tomboy, I'll tell you. Always playing in the dirt. Always getting dirty, one way or another. Oh, that's going to work. Give us a little sandy texture, but I think that's okay. I do like this green, and it might look blah right now, but we're going to put a finish on it to shine it up. So no worries about that. Okay, well, I've washed my brush out, got some new water, a little soap in it, and boy, I'm just going to rub a little bit of this grit off of here with my hands, but I think this is going to look like suede. But I was thinking, using this, this would be great on some of your resin pieces for moss or grass, but I don't know if it's available, because in the video I did with the first hat and the lions, I looked this up on Amazon, and I couldn't find the gel. Now maybe I can find this sand effect paste, but I couldn't find that when I looked on the page for what is this called? Pint art. So that might not be very helpful, but I'm sure they have other products similar to these. So that is almost dry. And I'm going to go on to this mauve colored hat. And what I want to do with this is go back to my trusty oh my goodness, Bill, I'm losing it. Polyurethane, Minwax polyurethane, which is a varnish. And I was looking through my colors here, and these are Temu. And there's a mauve pink in here, which is a top. And I think that'll give it a little shine. And with the varnish, that will actually seal. Make sure I'm turning this the right way. That will actually seal the piece. So we're going to mix this together and paint this mauve colored hat. These are reminding me of my cousin Lynn. Whenever I go to the rodeo and watch the cowgirls barrel race and rope and all of that, my cousin Lynn, who I lost her a few years ago, she was quite the equestrian. My Auntie Anne's house was full of nothing but trophies and ribbons from that girl. She won a lot of prize money growing up. And what she rode was a little Welsh pony named Tom Tom. And she rode English and Western with that bugger, and he could fly. He was quite the jumper. He lived to be 33 years old last time I saw him. And I'm looking for my spoon to scoop this out with. Well, we'll just use this stick. I'm going to put just a little bit of this mica in here and color it up. And I should probably make more so I don't have to match it up if I run out. I just keep my varnish in this little squirt bottle here. Oh, look at that. That's going to be beautiful. Let's get a good amount in there. Make sure I don't spill it. I use this a lot with my resin pieces. It works out really nicely. You can mix mica powders in there and just paint it on, and then you have a finish that's sealed. You know, I had a lady give me the most wonderful shout out. This was Renee from Heart Creations by Renee. She gave me a shout out, showed my channel, showed some of my pieces, and I haven't forgot, Renee, so thank you very much. My shout out to you isn't so elaborate, but please be sure to check out Renee's channel. She does some beautiful, beautiful work. And I was very pleased that she did that for me. So thank you again, Renee. Now, not quite the same color, but we're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna use the same brush here. And let's try the bottom. This dries really, really fast. See, it'll bring out the mauve, but still give it a little shine. Now, I really feel bad about these divots in here. I'll keep trying. And you know, I had a little boot somewhere. I've been looking through my molds. I had a little cowboy boot that would look really cute. And I believe it was a pot mold too. It looked really, really cute with these little hats. So this is just bringing out the color of the mixed mold. And to get the mauve, it was the pink mixed mold. What did I do? I mixed it. I think I put a little black in here to darken that pink up, because it was really, really bright. And I did get that from Hobby Lobby when they were discontinuing the colored mixed mold. I don't go in there very often, but Miss Frances from Beating Crazy Custom Creations was talking about it on her channel, so they had a great sale, and I went ahead and picked up the blue and the pink and the terracotta. I never did get the white, but I will probably try that again. But I did come across my box of Resincrete from JDiction. I thought I knew I had some somewhere. I was looking around this craft room thinking, where in heaven's name is it? And I'll be darned, it was under my feet in a box. I kept kicking this box under my desk, thinking, what the heck is that in there? So, probably won't do too much Resincrete in a while, because I have some other pieces of the mixed mold I still need to paint up, because I used it all. Made a bunch of cute little pots. So I hope I'm recording Billie? Yes, I am. Goodness, I had to double check myself. And you know, you'll have to forgive me because I am on pain medication for my back, and I think that messes my speech up a little bit, or my train of thought. Just saying. But anyway, I'm feeling pretty good today. I've had 3 back ablations done now. They help temporarily, but they do give some relief. And it's quite a simple procedure. So grateful I was able to get that done. So I broke my back, oh gosh, it was in 2015. Rafting a little river. I almost drowned that day. Got trapped underwater, flipped around. I thought I broke my shoulder, actually. And we were in little tube rafts, and I was stuck in a rock cavern underwater because the tube had trapped me there, and all I knew was to hold my breath, and broke something. And anyway, my friend Brian, God bless him, he got to me. And he and a fireman on vacation saw me go down, and they got to me. Thank goodness. And the fireman said 10 seconds and I would have been gone. So I owed my life to those 2 gentlemen that day. Other than that, I thought I was doing pretty good physically. Didn't take very long, and that was it. Oh, enough of that. I just wanted to let you know that, I am not highly medicated, but I am on medication, and sometimes that makes me kind of goofy. I've been goofy anyway. But look at that shine. Isn't that going to be pretty? That looks really nice. Seal that up. We'll paint the strap around the top there. I think a silver would look really nice on that. Hardest part is getting right down in there. There's not much room for a paintbrush. Just kind of smush it in there. That's going to be real pretty. Maybe I can find it, but my first cowboy hat was actually this color. A little lighter, pinker. I had a pink cowgirl hat. I was in a country band when I first got started. If I can find the picture, I'll put it up in this video. That was a good little band. We played 3 years without a weekend off. Back in the day when bands were pretty prominent in the area. People went out dancing. But I do like that color. And so with the varnish, we don't have to seal a thing. And these have been sitting for several days, so they are definitely cured. On the inside. And I'm going to try to find some young cactus plants to put in these. I do have the little cactus molds. I poured a few of those, and there's just one that would fit right on top of these hats perfectly. Again, I just used the mixed mold on those, and they're all different colors. They need to be painted, but I'm not going to worry about that just now. And there we go. Pretty, pretty. I think that looks like a suede hat. A little shine. I think the green is going to really look like a nice suede. But that's all there is to that one. Sip will decorate, and look, I'm handling it. It's dry, pretty dry. And I think I have, missed this little edge here. I did try to paint these stitches on the first one I did. Oh, that was a bugger. I thought, forget it. So I didn't do that. It can be done, imagine, but I wasn't in the frame of mind to mess with it that day. Okay. I believe that's it. It looks a little pale right there. And I'm just putting one coat on. We'll call that good. There's a little spot right there. Okay, quit fussing, Billy. There you go. There is the mauve. Get that little water. I'm just going to let this dry up, and then I'll put it in my scrap bin. Okay, now, I think the paint was too thick when I tried to mix it in here. I believe I added purple to the pink, purple colorant from JDiction, and then I tried to swirl the black and white in. Looks like it's been in a fire, doesn't it? I'll probably clip that down a little more. You know, I might do that. Let me get my little nippers here. It's just, we're going to cover that, but maybe get that little sharp piece off right there. Let's see. I really, you know, you have so much time before that sets up to really get to pouring it. It's a little better. Piece. All right, then I just took an emery board here. This, don't put this in water in your sink. So what I did is I just took a blade, pardon the noise, but I just scratched it off like that. And you can get most of that off of there and keep using it till it's really shot. Just get that little sand there. That piece right there is kind of a big lump. Let's try to get that off. Okay. Now, we're going to have to perform some magic on this one. I'm going to get some clear varnish. And we're going to bring those colors out, even though I'm with you. It's not. All right, we're going to let this one dry now. Okay. I want to take some more clear, and we're going to do the green one. Isn't that pretty? I think that'll be pretty. Pretty for a little cowgirl. All right, I've got that all. So, let's see what happens here to this one. It's a little varnish. I'll get started and then pause you and come back when we're ready to go on. Let's see what happens down here. I got flecks on my puppy pad. That'll be nice. Let's see. What's nice about this varnish too is it fills holes. Fills some holes. All right, I'm going to keep going and I will be back and we can start decorating. Okay, oh, I just almost slid out of my chair. This one turned out really nice. It's still damp, so I'm going to set that aside to dry. 4. Okay, for the next 4, including the green one, these 3, I'm going to take my tester's paints. Now I have gold and silver here. And this is a lacquer paint. So what you need to do for cleaning your brushes is using acetone. And I just put some acetone in a nail polish bottle there to have on hand to clean your brushes. And I'm going to start with the bronze, and I'm going to go gold only because I have a gold accent piece to put on here. So the only thing I need to let you know about these tester paints is stir them up good, and when you are done, be sure to wipe the rim of this little paint jar off, or else it will seal to the lid and you'll never get it open again. And use acetate to use for cleanup. Okay, so very fine brush, and I'm going to very carefully do the bands, the hat bands on all of these. I'll do the other 3 in silver, but I thought about black, but then my accent piece isn't black, so we're going to go with the gold, and just very carefully going to paint this hat band. So that's what I'll be doing, and it might take me a bit. So when I'm through, we can keep going on. But this is the most tedious part right here, I think, is painting this band. I've got a little turquoise showing through because that's what color it was the blue mixed to mold. And I missed a few spots on covering that up, but hardest part is getting down in there. So I'm going to keep going with this. And when I'm through, we'll carry on. See you in a bit. Well, here we are. I did get that done. Now, what I have are a few little charms here. I'm not going to worry about this lavender yet, but these 3 I want to put a charm on, and I also want to put just a littlest piece of turquoise. Let's find a small chip here, or 2 or 3 anyway. I don't imagine this is real. I got these off of Temu. I have some real ones someplace. Just want, that might be big enough, but I want a little smaller, like that maybe. It's got a nice edge too. Put that there just in case. All right, what that is. So I have some B7000, my little nippers, and a few feathers. Now when I did the gold paint, I went over this feather with that because you know how it was kind of the bronze color. And what I want to do, first of all, is nip these pieces off. And I would suggest when you're using charms and placing them inside a piece, take these rings off. It looks nicer if they're not there. Don't need that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is like this one here. Or just put the feather to the side and the turquoise stone on. That gives it just a nice accent with the painted brim. And Billie, where's your favorite tweezers? Because you know you're going to need them. Here we go. So just take a little B7000. Let's look as to where I want to place this. And I want it at an angle just to the side, like so. Let's get a little bead of this on here. I'll take my tweezer so I can have a little more control on this top side here. Whoops, I already have blue where I might not want it. Whoops, well, I guess that's where it's going to go. And I have to hold that there a second. That feather's not completely flat, but that's why I'm covering that tip with the stone. My hand's right in your way, isn't it? Let me just hold that a second. Are you going to hold? Did I need more? I think that's what I used before. It stuck to my finger. Oh, here we go. Get off. Get off. Ugh. There, I don't want that glue showing. Look at that, Billie. Goodness sakes. Like about there. I should have cut that end off a little better. It's thicker there. Just like that. Is that about the same place? The other one's over to the side a little more, but we already have the glue down. Now let's find the right stone to fit in that corner piece there to hide. Try to hide. Pick it up. Try to hide where I glued it. That tip, so it's not so obvious. I think that might work. Let's turn this around and see. Come on, glue. Now I'm going to put a healthy wad. It should be slanted just a little more, I think. Some feathers are all, well, some are mainly on the end of the, I think the back side of the hats, or they go in the brim and they're longer and they flail out. This glue has been stubborn. Let me get a big dollop. Just a dollop will do me. Hopefully I can pick off what shows, if any. I want a flat edge to the hat. So I think, let's flip that, that's better. If I can put that right there. There, just like so. I mean, you can see the end tip, but it's not as obvious with the stone there. It kind of, and bring it over the edge, it hides it a little better. That's what we want. Just like that. Now you stay there. I don't think it'll move. I'll just keep an eye on it over there. Let's try the silver now. This one's pretty small, but I do have a horseshoe. I think because this feather is pretty tiny, let's go with the horseshoe. I think that's different. So let's cut these off. Don't need those showing, do we? Right down as close as I can get it. Let's see, I have a metal file here. There we go. That will work. Hope I'm in frame. And no, I'm not. Billy, get closer. Get right up here. Usually I stretch my arms out far and I'm in. Stay in frame. You might have missed, I guess I won't know till I edit, you might have missed that part where I put that bronze one on. That's better. Get rid of that. Like I said, I have a little metal file here. Okay. Let's double check this one. Is it going to stay? There. It's going to stay. That looks nice. But I'm going to try to get this over to the side a little more. Yeah, I like the horseshoe. What do you think of this? Oh, I need to touch that up. I scraped it. What do you think of that paint? Well, while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and just get a little bit of this on the micro stick here and just put it on this edge because I missed it. We don't want that showing. Might take a coat or two, put that on. Put a little poly on it. That's better. Okay. Now, this tip. Where do I want this horseshoe? Horseshoes are always up for good luck. Let's just do the whole edge of this. And make sure it's gonna stick. And take it to the side. I'll go this way. That's better. Over to the side. It's not up all the way to catch the luck, but there. It's a little more silver than the paint. Now you can use chrome markers or any kind of paint you'd like in there. I just felt pretty good using the tester's paint. Well, don't use that one. Oh, it was my favorite rock. Let's do this one. Once again, don't be sliding. Oh, it's sticking pretty good. Once again, we're going to put a dollop right in this corner. Maybe over that rim there. Grab a stone. Oops. See if that will fit. Annie's at the door. She wants in. Just like that. I think it needs something else. I think it needs something else. Come on, Annie. I think it needs something. Like, it should be in thirds. On this one, I'm not sure. If I had a silver bead just to put in that, see that little gap there? I might find one. Oh, hello. Dearest, dearest, dearest. You must have woke up. Sweet Annie. Okay, I'm going to put that away because that's too small. I wish she would sit on my lap, but she won't. She likes to sit right smack dab in the middle of it. Can you just excuse yourself a second out of the way? You got your motor running? We just discovered that Annie, I think I mentioned it, Annie has a failed kidney. She's almost 18 years old, my darling girl, and special food and medication for that one kidney that's working. I just need to make sure she's comfortable and taken care of in her old age. But that was a surprise, wasn't it, Annie? Thank goodness we had blood work done. Okay, this is more like a Harley or a biker type of feather. That's all I had. And you're right there, darling. Say hello to everyone. Can't see your face, just the top of your head. Okay? That one's a nice stone. Annie, please. This is why I keep my door shut anymore, because, gosh, she gets into it. I know you'll always be my video diva, but this makes it rather tough to do my program here. I want a big glob. Did I get a big glob? I'm going to do it in midair here. Sweetheart, sweetheart, girlfriend. Get this stone here. Keeps slipping on me. I think that'll work. Oop. If I can grab it. Squeeze it, Bill. I'll just use your fingers. If I can get it in there. This is why I don't have long. This is when long fingernails would come in handy, right? But I don't seem to have them. There we go. That turned out nice. There we are. So we have all three. Okay. This might need flattened a little bit. Let those dry. These are done. And I do like the green and the horseshoe. But I think I'll find a third. You know, you need things in third. Maybe I don't have a smaller rock stone, but I'll see what I can find, possibly. So I'm going to put you on pause and take my little girl into the other room here and get her a little something to munch on. And I'll come back and we'll work on this one. All right, this might be tricky. But in my mind, I'm seeing something here. So, have you seen the cowboy hats that have the train on it with the tulle and the ribbon? That's what I want to do to cover this up. So, my first question is, since I have a little tool here, thank goodness I didn't even realize I had this till I started looking. I don't know if I took a thin piece and gathered, you know, that's pretty thick, around here, and then worked my way towards the back. That's awful thick. I'll have to trim it, but I'm questioning myself because I have this trim here, and I'm wondering if I should put that on here. Might make it look cheap. Put it on that, or just go with the and maybe a little tool on top of that where it might show through a little bit. That's what I'm wondering. So I guess first of all, let me see how much. That's not long enough there. But let's see, if I'm playing with this, how much tool it would actually take, and give myself some room here. See, if I had a centerpiece to put in that would be pretty, but I really don't. Unless I found an old piece of jewelry or something. So, does that look, you know, this tool is white, but geez, it doesn't look white to me. It looks kind of, it's got to be white. Maybe it's just my lighting, but to me it looks dirty, and it's not dirty. It just looks it. So what if I give myself, oh, let's get a little longer piece. Let's just give myself this much to play with here. And if I could just start from the corner and work my way back like this. That's an idea. Then I could put this on across there, or maybe I'd be better off to do rhinestones because they wouldn't look so bad. But that doesn't look real bad, does it? And this piece was just in my scraps of things, so maybe I'll just, let's just use this anyway. Let's just use this. So I've got enough. Unless I just go around the front. So let's get this glue out again. It's a cork that broke. And I'm going to go ahead. Start in here, see how much I need, and I'm just going to glue that silver piece down. And then we'll go from the sides with the tool, I think. That'd make it easier, wouldn't it? This glue dries pretty fast. Let me just smear it there a little bit. Get that in as far as I can get it. Like so. That's as far as it'll go. Just push it down. Go across the band with that. And let's just see, how much do we need in here? Maybe to right there. Let's cut that off. Make sure that's straight, Billy. Okay. But I guess it's what like a bride would wear. Cowgirl bride. Maybe the queen of the rodeo might have something like this on her, but she'd have a tiara too. Come on, glue. I wish this glue wasn't in a rubber container. If it was in something different like toothpaste, you could roll it up. Is that going to work? Is that one too many? Let's get you in there. Hold you in. Yeah, just stay put. Let's go. Of course, I didn't get glue right in that corner. Would you believe it? Come on. Ah, Bill. Let's try this. Let's try a different angle. Let's put that right on here. It's good glue. It's just the container I have trouble with. I think they have a B8000 out now too. To be honest, I think I saw some on video or something. There we go. Let's get that on there. This one's going to be looking funky, but it's not bad. I'm going to save this piece. I'm determined. Okay. Like so. It's pretty centered on that band. Now, I took more tulle than I needed. Let's cut this. I should cut strips. Let's see. Let's cut this in half, eh? So it's not so bulky. Can I do a nice job on cutting this? How much do you think we'd need? An inch wide? Maybe over an inch wide? Fold it again if I can. Can you do it? Billie, can you do it? Let's fold it like that. Like that, and then we'll cut. Try to make it even. I'm guessing. We're guessing maybe a little over an inch. Like that. Then we'll cut it in half. All right. Now, how can I gather this? My fingertips, maybe a little glue. Will that hold if I just twist that, do you think? Let's try. Let's try. Hot glue gun would be probably better. Hold that for a second, see if it stays. All right, next, I'm going to tuck it into that area there without having it stick. I need another one of these. There we go. Oh, I think that's gonna hold. Okay, just one good wad down there, and I moved it. Okay, that can't go anywhere. Now, where's the other one I did? Here we go. Yeah, I'm getting away from you again. Let's try this again. Wipe that off. Go right down into this area here. Right. Oh, good. It's hiding right under an edge. That's good. If it will stay. Now, oh, it's too bad I didn't have. Oh, I do have real feathers, but they're not white. I have some. I used to have finches and canaries, and I saved their feathers when they molted from the bottom of the cage. Are you going to stay so I can possibly try to tie this? I better wait a moment, eh? But I'm not. Just Don't pull it out of place, Billie. Lightly, lightly, lightly. That's not going to cover that darn dirty edge. So I make another bit of tulle down there. So you know what? This is what we're going to do. Get some more glue here, because I'm going to cover this up anyway, and pick a big old wad right in the middle of that. Just get that wad of glue down there. That's part of a knot. Cinch that down, get that down, get that down. Okay. You stay there for just a moment. What do we have left? I wonder. Well, it looks good, actually. I can make a bow with that piece maybe, but we need more coming off the back to cover that area up, or part of it. What if I tie a knot? Should get my hot glue gun out, actually. Be quicker. Let me move you. I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab my heat gun. I'll let that warm up real quick. Okay, I know I said hot air gun, but I meant my glue gun. And here we go. I'm going to go in the center and down the sides a little bit right here. Do that tool right into that spot. And down and spread it a little bit as we go. Oh, that works wonders. No messing around with the other glue. I'll tap that down. Spreads out. Now, see if I can do a bow. I have to tie bows upside down. Do you have that problem? I don't know what it is about me. I'm just not coordinated, and I have to do them upside down to get the tail where I want it. Okay, now pull that in a little, pull that in a little. Tighten it, pull it in a little. I'm not the best bow maker. Fluff this up, fluff that out just a tad. Looks good. Open this one up. Oh, pardon my fingers, everybody. I'm a mess. Okay, loosen that up a little bit right there. Get that where I want it. We'll cut that in a minute. Might need a little bit more under here. Let's do that. Just a little bit more under this buttered up edge. At least hot glue, you can peel away the strings if you need to. I think that's a good enough bow right there, about the best size, I think. Okay, let's get the scissors. How big of a train do we want? Is that what we call it? Don't want it extra huge. What do you think? Just blunt? It's done. It's a done deal. I don't think anyone would notice. Let's twist you. I'm going to twist you and glue you. Hold it down. Maybe right there. A little right there. Pardon me if you see the top of my head. Okay. All right, there's more. There's more. Where'd I put them? I have these little lavender bows, a white bow, these little lavender flowers is what we've got. I'm not real fond of those little beads, but they're sewed on there. They're going to have to work. So let's do this little bow on top of that bow. Like that. Oh, it's working. Yay, it's working. Is that upside down? Probably. Oh well. Now, should we just do one flower in the center? I think one flower in the center will work just perfect. The darker or the lighter? I think the darker. How are we going to do it? Oh my gosh. Dreams can come true. So this will be our little feminine cowgirl hat for a beautiful cowgirl bride. There's our front. What do you think? Hope the sides stay. They should. That should probably bend under a little, but then it's going to sit flat on the table. Should we bend it down just a skosh or just let it? If it's too long, whoever has this can just trim it. Okay, I'm happy. I am happy with that. It was hit and miss there, but you know. And what I noticed it shows too, because I have that one coming up. If you point out some flaws to people and explain why these things happen, they're more apt to purchase something like that from you. You're just being honest. Tell you how you made it and tell you how you buggered it up and how you fixed it. So, what do you think of that? Isn't that pretty? So now we have 5 beautiful hats. Okay, so terracotta with terracotta paint, mica powders with varnish. This was the stone paint with varnish. And then we have this one, which I did last week. No, it was this one I did last week. This one was mica powders and varnish. And then just clear varnish here with a few decorations. I hope you like this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like and hit that subscribe button. Channel is growing. I appreciate it so much. And until next time. Oh, please check my links in the description. I have a bunch of beautiful links with big discounts. And stay tuned for the next one. I'll leave it with that and have a great day. Big hugs. Bye.